Trials of Osiris is not fun, and I'm not talking about just the cheaters. I'm talking about the game mode itself. There are a lot of issues with the mode, and there is not one simple fix for the mode. This video is going to go over those reasons the mode is not fun to play and explore what Bungie should do in order to make Trials of Osiris a fun, worthwhile addition to the game. But before I start, please remember to subscribe if you like this video and if you want to see more like it. But let's get back to the topic. There are three main issues with Trials right now. The first is loot, the second is the objective, and the third is the game itself. I'm going to start this video off by talking about the easiest aspect of the mode to fix, which is the loot. Currently you get loot from 3 wins, 5 wins, and 7 wins, the bounty, and from donating tokens to Saint 14. This system is broken because combined with the card-based matchmaking, it incentivizes farming low-skill players for tokens once you've unlocked all the rewards. To fix this, Bungie needs to remove the token system. Trials should only reward players for their wins, going flawless, or doing bounties. This change would make it very unrewarding to farm low-win players. Also, beyond removing tokens, Bungie also needs to add worthwhile rewards to chase in the mode itself. Instead of just bringing back Destiny 1 gear, they should instead be making all new gear for Trials in Destiny 2. No one wants to grind old gear, especially when the mode sucks and it isn't fun. And on top of making all new gear for Trials, Bungie should also add adept weapons or a similar system for going flawless. My personal idea would be adept weapons having a third perk column that offers some really unique perks, similar to what pinnacle weapons offered, but maybe not straight up for their killing potential. Maybe the perks add like additional non-lethal options such as faster reload or something along those lines. That way they might not appear as broken in game, but would still offer a very big benefit to the player. This system could also carry over into other endgame activities that don't really have a very good reward pool right now, such as Grandmaster Nightfalls or dungeons. Basically, my revamped loot system would make it pointless to farm low-win players and incentivize winning and going flawless. But these changes only make the mode worth playing, they alone will not make the mode fun. That is because Trials as it is right now is not unique and honestly is not very fun. Currently, the best way to win in Trials is to camp in your spawn until overtime, then go for the point or pick off the enemy as they push into your spawn. This is not a fun or engaging way to play, but is the most effective way to win. So how could Bungie fix this issue? I propose that Bungie should add a neutral flag to Trials. For those of you who do not know what a neutral flag game mode is, basically it's just your standard capture the flag mode, but instead of having a flag for each team, there's just one flag that spawns in the middle of the map. My reasoning for adding this to Trials would be to force both teams to actively engage each other instead of camping. Both teams can easily win by eliminating the other team, but the teams have to fight each other while keeping the flag in mind, because if they ignore it, then the other team can just easily win. If you want to see a mode like this in action, I will leave a link to a video on Halo 5 Breakout in the description, as it's very similar. The mode is a 4v4 elimination mode with a neutral flag. It is very fun and is a much better experience than Trials in Destiny 2. If Bungie could emulate something like this for Trials, then the mode would be much more enjoyable. This change would also make the mode a unique experience within the Crucible, as right now you can play elimination whenever you want, and most people will have more fun in elimination than Trials due to the map variety and the difference in skill between players. But changing the loot and adding an objective can only go so far, because the biggest issue with Trials is the game of Destiny itself. Destiny is a very hard game to make competitive. This is because there are tons of different weapons, supers that give free kills, and exotics and other gear pieces that are just straight up broken. This makes an experience like Trials feel almost unfair to players, as if they go up against players with drastically better gear, or you come upon a player that has his super fully charged and you don't. It doesn't matter how good you are at the game, that player with better stuff or the fully charged super will just shit on you. This issue was also present in Destiny 1, think about Sunsinger Warlocks and Icebreaker Snipers. These things honestly broke the mode in Destiny 1. The only difference was that they were not as common as issues like they are in Destiny 2. In Destiny 2, there are so many broken things that it is hard to count. 600 RPM auto rifles, the Revoker Sniper, basically every super, Thorn, The Last Word, wall hacks through different abilities, third person peeking with swords, and the list goes on. Now, I'm not saying Bungie should stop making powerful abilities or weapons, as they're what make Destiny fun. The game is a looter shooter after all. But you cannot deny that the most fun parts of Destiny are the worst parts of PvP, and especially the worst part of Trials. So how should Bungie fix this? Well, I know this may sound controversial, but I think supers and perks should be disabled in Trials, and competitive PvP in general. I know many people will not agree with me on this, but I see where you're coming from. I understand wanting to keep everything in the game. Making a super powerful PvP build is extremely fun, but it's not fun for anyone else on the receiving end. It also makes the game extremely hard to balance. If Bungie disabled supers and weapon perks in PvP, then they could become way more powerful and fun in PvE, and Bungie would only have to worry about balancing weapon archetypes, not perks for the PvP side of the game. I think this change would benefit the game overall, but I completely understand why people would disagree, and I see this idea as being somewhat controversial. But I wholeheartedly think that this would greatly benefit the game, and make Trials and PvP in general a much more fun experience. But that is all I have to say on how to fix Trials of Osiris. Did you agree with all three of my points? Did you agree with some of them, or did you not agree at all? I would love to hear your thoughts on how you would personally fix Trials of Osiris in the comments down below, and I'd also like to hear your thoughts on the video in general, and anything else regarding the channel. But anyways, that's all I have to say, and if you liked the video, please remember to like and subscribe, and until next time, goodbye.